Good evening. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a somber one, this video. It's not a long video, it's a very quick video, but it's a bit somber. This morning I decided I would go to the garden centre, and whilst driving there, I'm going along the road, come round a corner, and about 200 yards in front of me I see a black bundle on the road, in the middle of the road. Now in my mind it immediately triggers animal in the middle of the road, so I start slowing down. With that, I see two young ladies rush out into the road and huddle down by this animal. I stop, put the hazard lights on to protect them, get out, go over to and it's a dog that's been hit and run. The young ladies tell me that they was just getting out of their cars, and they saw the accident. Happened about 3 minutes before I got there, and apparently a car came along, hit the dog as it was crossing the road. No brake lights, just carried on. Didn't stop, didn't slow down. Totally heartless. Now, that dog belonged to a very nice lady. I met the lady. She lived literally 2 minutes from where the accident occurred. The dog was crossing the road from the wood where it had been walking. I take it with her husband, the gentleman I met, and crossing the road to go into their drive and into home. Now, yes, you could say that he should have had it on the lead. He had the other two dogs on the lead, but unfortunately this particular dog decided to apparently just go home by itself. I've had dogs that do that, been out for walks with the dogs, and then suddenly you turn around and the dog is going the opposite way. It's going back. It's going back to where the car was. And no matter how much I call the dog, or you call the dog, it just keeps going back towards the car. So what do? You turn around, head back, catch the dog up, take it back to the car. Unfortunately, in this case, the hit and run was fatal. How can people be so heartless as to run an animal over, not even slow down, and just keep going? Is this how the human race is now? Is this what we have to expect from us, the human race? In 71 years of living on this planet, it's not gone to good, it's going to bad. We used to know our neighbours. An estate had a family feel. You knew people all over the estate. Now, most of us don't even know our neighbour. Where have we gone wrong? Where have we gone wrong? You walk out your door, you walk down the street, and someone passes you, and you go, morning, afternoon. Sometimes you get a reaction. Other times they just don't even look at you, they walk straight on past. What a state for the human race to be getting into. And it's not getting better, is it? It's getting worse. But this is about this dog. At least the owner of the car that hit the dog could have slowed down, stopped, come back to see if the dog was alive. If it was alive and there was no owner, at least, take it straight to a vet. Okay, it's going to take a bit of your time, but it's an animal, it's a life. It's someone's child. It's someone's beloved family member. What would you do if it was your child that got hit in the road? You wouldn't expect the driver to carry on going, would you? You'd expect that driver to stop. So why do you not stop? Why do you not stop and look at that animal and see whether it's alive? On the legal side, you also got to remember to hit a dog. It's just like hitting a cow, a horse, a sheep, a donkey. Under British law, a dog is classed as a working animal. Therefore, as with the other animals, it is notifiable by law for you to notify the police you've hit a dog or an animal on that list, for you to stop, check whether it's alive, notify the police, and if it's injured and alive, to get veterinary help. Or at least if you can't get veterinary help, take it to the vets, ring the police and ask for veterinary help. Not all road accidents are fatal. Cats are not covered by law. They're not classed as working animals. Yet they're mouse catchers, they're rat catchers, they're rodent catchers. So are they a working animal? In my book, yes, because I started working in farming. And what do you have on most farms? Feral cats. They keep the rodent population down. They're working animals. So why by law are they not classed as working animals? They're classed purely as pets. Well, most feral cats you can't even get near. And if you do get hold of one, they'll normally try and tear you apart. And believe you me, having a cat, all four paws with claws and teeth, it's not fun. I've had one hanging on my arm before now, and no matter how much you shake that arm like this to try and get the cat off, it will not let go. Even if you get the scruff of the cat, it will not let go. They are and should be classed as working animals. If you hit an animal and you just drive on, to me, and if it offends my subscribers and my watchers, I'm sorry, but to me it's heartless, because you're not thinking of the emotional damage. At least if you stop and the owner can be found, or the owner appears, or the owner's there, it was an accident. It can't be helped. You didn't intentionally, hopefully, you didn't intentionally try and hit that animal to try and kill it. It was an accident. But at least you're giving the owner some comfort in the fact that you stopped. The owner of this poor dog is now left with the fact that she's lost the dog. Lost, by the look of it, one of three loved pets. Not only is her and her husband grieving, her other two dogs will grieve. People who knew the dog will grieve, and they'll grieve even more knowing that the owner of that car, the person driving that car, did not have the courtesy to stop and see if that dog was still alive. And if it was dead, no matter what animal it is, if it's dead, put it on the verge. Don't leave it there in the middle of the road. Don't put it in the verge. If you put it, don't put it in the gutter. Put it on the verge. In the side of the road, the gutter, Not all big vehicles, not all tractors can miss it. And what's more distressing than an owner coming out, finding their dead cat or dead dog or any other animal, and it's squashed in the middle of the road, spread all over the road, its guts, its internals, its blood everywhere. Having lost 2 cats when I was younger, having had a cat that got hit twice in the middle of the road, crossing the road, breaking, on each occasion breaking a leg, and on the last occasion, unfortunately, it took us 3 days to find that cat, and she had to be put to sleep because it was the damage was to the leg and the hip couldn't be repaired because it was too late. If it had been found, if that driver had stopped, then it could have been taken to the vet, and the vet could have done something because it was a fresh break. It wasn't 3 days old. It wasn't going bad. It wasn't starting to turn gangrene. So please, if you accidentally hit an animal, remember, dog, horse, cow, sheep, donkey, by law, they have to be reported. You have to, by law, stop. You have to ring the police from the spot where you hit that animal. The police can then advise you. They may be able to get a vet to come out to you. It's estimated that around 80-something% of cats that are hit on the road do not die. They crawl away. They can even make it home, or someone finds them, or they die a very lingering, slow, cruel death. They can't feed themselves, so they starve to death. Whereas if the person that hit that animal stopped, got veterinary help, the animal would have survived. So please, do stop. Do get help for that animal if it's alive. If it's dead, and you're definitely sure it's dead, put it on the verge. Don't leave it in the middle of the road. Please don't put it in the gutter. And if you're not sure if it's dead, then get help for it.